Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Rick Rewind That Radio. Rewind That Radio. You were listening to 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 Rewind That Radio.
Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your friend Nicky Six, Sicky Nicks, whatever you want to call me. Here I am, fresh off the boat from vacay. Daddy, tell me what you love. I got my cigar. I got my wine. We're having a good time. I'm just playing. Tonight, we had some technical difficulties. So, Big T is on the phone. Are you there, my brother?
What up, y'all? Big T in this mug.
Hey, we figured it out. I got my Tom Selleck shirt. I could do this, and I got the mustache here. I look like Chippendale Rescue Rangers right now.
P.I.
So one of the things I was telling T is like I have so much stage fright that even these live streams right here got me like shook to be on a camera by myself. So I'm like I had to disguise myself real quick. You know, it's still me though. No, we're having a good time. So it's this is the Monday Night Mix Up. If you guys aren't sure, I'm gonna switch some lighting here, make myself not look so tan. There I am. There, right off. I'm telling you, I took a cruise. I was the only person that was allowed. Coronavirus. So T, what is up, my man? Let's go around the world here. How was your week, brother?
Man, my week was pretty good, man. Just coming off of this leave, I pulled my muscles in my leg, in my back, and my groin for work.
Damn.
But I'm back up on it, man. Yeah, I'm good now. Gave me some great drugs, great ones.
Oh, you got all the fun.
No pain.
You got all the
they
fun.
Gave me all the. Oh yeah, I had all the fun, man. Seeing pink elephants and everything, man. I was having a good time. But no, everything else was good. I also did went to foundation basketball camp, and I just recorded some of the games of young athletes growing up and being best, trying to get into schools and stuff. I recorded a couple of open gym games. Only I did is sit down and just record back and forth. I didn't really do a lot of running around this time, but had a good time. Talked to some of the kids. They talk about their dreams about going different schools playing basketball. I thought that was pretty awesome. Just sit down there and talk to those kids and see how the game of basketball changed from when I was playing into now. So it's pretty cool, man.
So what's changed? I mean, I don't remember the last time you played, but
bro, everything changed. Let me explain to you. All right, so I'm gonna rank. It's gonna be a lie, bro. So for one, back in the day when I played basketball, it was basically you had a big man. That's people who were about 6'5" and up. You know what I'm saying? Then you had a small forward who was about 6'4" and up, possibly. Then you have a shooting guard who used to be like 6 feet or under. You had, for instance, you probably have people who. Okay, I can't use the term. So, but basically inside the key, the basketball key.
I am listening.
Inside the basketball key, it's like we call it the hole.
Okay.
So anything in between the basket, it's called the hole. So all the big men used to be down there. Now the big men used to be always inside the hole shooting shooting little small jumpers and layups. Game changed now. Big man, you can be 6'10" shooting threes now.
Oh, you almost have to be, right?
You can be 6'10". Like most of the guys who were shooting threes were like 5'11", 6 feet back then. Because you had like let me give you some prime examples like Joe Dumas. You know Joe Dumas from Detroit Pistons.
Let's pretend I don't know anything.
Okay, pretend you know. Okay.
Actually, I pulled up this image. So here you go. We're talking. So you got your point guard, shooting guard, power forward, your center, and your small forward. That I remember this. Yeah. I remember this.
Yeah. So basically, everything switched because now everybody is a big man now. Like you have like only person who revolutionized the game at that time was a 6'10" point guard was Magic Johnson at the time. Now you have 6'10" point guards and 6'10" shooting guards all the time now.
That's wild.
But like I said, and okay, I know a lot of people I'm gonna catch slack for this when I talk about this. The game has softened up a lot too, because at one point in time, if you would drive, like you would take a basketball, you go straight to the hole, try to lay up or slam dunk or somebody. There's people in there who will give you a hard time. They will give you some elbows, push you out the way. But nowadays, it's like everybody clear out the way and let you go ahead and do what you want to do. So it's a lot of stuff that's changed now, such as you can't set picks like you used to. A pick is when I know.
No, I mean I know the rules. I just don't follow I just don't follow it. I know what a pick is.
A lot of stuff changed, man. You got to think about it. Back then, Charles Barkley used to fight people.
He said Charles Barkley
on the court. Charles Barkley used to fight people on the court, man.
So you're saying like 90s basketball is a lot like hockey?
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Oh, I remember back then, man. As a kid, like, you'd say, "Hey, you fouled me," and he'd be like, like you didn't fall over, like you're not bruised, you're not bleeding. Like, oh, okay, stop being such a bitch.
Oh,
now you can't even breathe. You can't even breathe out of sink. Like if you. Like if your heart rate goes over like 120 beats per minute, like it's a foul automatically. Like you made me exert myself and won.
Bro, it's like when you I don't know if you ever played pickup game before, like in on street ball or whatever. It used to be a thing like no blood, no foul. That's how it used to be, man. No blood, no foul.
Yeah, I mean we used to say that, but that was never really the case.
Where I was playing ball, that was the case.
No, you know who used to say that? Everyone that was bigger than you. That's who used to say that shit. You never saw. Like, listen, I was a little kid. I was like up until the age of like when I got done being a kid at like 27. I was like 120 pounds, bro. I couldn't get out of a wet paper bag if you gave me money. So I never said no blood, no foul. I said, dude, there's no reason to elbow me in the fucking face. You know what I mean? Like, well, you're not bleeding. Nick, you're not bleeding. It's okay. Well, if you're just going to kick me in the chest and dunk it on me, like, what am I, I have no recourse. This is why I don't play sports. Like, I can't keep up with you motherfuckers. Like you hit puberty at 12, bro. I'm like 17 years old and you're twice my size. Like you can't. All right. Sorry.
Bro, I love it though, man. I used to love it, man. I used to love that, man. It's like, it was just fun. It was just fun, bro. The stuff was just fun. And you just think about it, how tough it made you when you go play other teams. Like when you play real ball, when you play organized ball and you play rec or street ball. When you play organized ball, it makes you tougher for those people who try to come play. When you play against them, it makes you real tough, man. Like
yeah. I guess kind of.
I played.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Now I remember when I was in college, I played with a broke pinky toe.
Oh yeah. You've always been a big guy
pinky,
though. You've always been like you're like 6'4", right?
I'm 6'5".
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to short you.
Yeah, don't show me. Don't show me that side, man.
T's about to be like, yeah, let's play a pickup game. 90s rules. I'm like, I was just busting your balls. It's only an inch, bro. Let's relax. Everyone relax.
But yeah,
we could play ping pong.
Yeah, hey, I probably kill you in ping pong too.
Oh, listen. Listen, I got sound effects, bro.
But yeah, man, it was back then. It was a great game, bro. It was a great game. It was intense. Put it that way. It was intense. It was intense. It was great, man. It was an intense game. It was not like the games now. It's like everybody shooting threes and
now getting fouled. I mean, I remember. I mean, I used to watch sports as a kid a lot. I remember like obviously being fouled and getting fouled is part of the strategy of the game. Like, oh, it's the end of the game. You want to charge the lane. You want to try to get the easy free throw. But it got real pussied. You know what I mean? Like you got people like the LeBron. I think that's one thing that people talk about, especially down here. He doesn't get touched and he like flails. You know what I'm saying? Like you should let the game needs to play as long as you're not punching someone in the face and you're not like, hacking them. You just let it go. Like if you're gonna slap the ball away and you hit their hand, to me it's not a foul. But the game has become so like if you even lay a hand on this person, if you touch their hip, now it's a foul. It's the same thing happened in football. Like you can't even touch a wide receiver anymore. Like if you touch the wide receiver at all, it's pass interference. Like how are you supposed to defend him if you can't like feel where he is when you're running backwards? You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's kind of why I don't really follow this stuff because it's like I'd rather watch street ball. I'd rather watch Rutgers Park like 3-on-3 where unless you're like I said, unless you're being flagrant, let it roll, baby. Let it roll. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what I'm talking about either. So.
You watch some basketball. I was watching at one point. I was watching the basketball tournament that Ice Cube had, the 3-on-3.
I do not. Please
oh, bro, it was good, man. I enjoyed that. It was like the old school players playing old school ball, and I enjoyed it.
Oh,
talking
cool.
trash, talking trash. Like my favorite trash talker in the NBA was Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kevin Garnett. Some of the stuff some of the stuff he said was fucked up, but it was funny as hell to get in people's heads before the game and during the game.
That's what it comes down to. Right? When everyone's playing at that high of a level, like you have to have something different. Like completely ironically, for some reason, I've been getting a lot of videos this week. And this is gonna make you laugh probably. It's of the professor. Remember the professor from And One, the little white kid?
Oh, bro, I follow. I got an And One tattoo on my shoulder, bro. That's how deep I'm in basketball, bro.
Okay, buddy, that sounds cool. So this dude's been coming up on my Facebook and Instagram. I don't know why. I have no interest in basketball. I don't type it in. Maybe Google seriously fucked up their eavesdropping because I've never said the word basketball more before today than you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I haven't said the word in 5 years probably. All of a sudden I'm watching videos of his name is Grayson. As white as he can get. And my man is just like destroying them. And it's like I remember it from like 10, 15 years ago when he was just coming out and people would disrespect him then and now he's just up there like, hey man, you guys want to go? Boom. And like, I love that stuff. I love it. I don't know where I was going with that, but whatever.
You enjoy basketball.
I
enjoy seeing people get.
And he is a handsome, powerful.
What was that?
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, man. Hold on, who's this? Oh,
yeah.
Crystal says that's why I love Draymond Green. Good trash talk. Oh, that's why. So my man was like, he's destroying all these dudes. I saw one video where he went to a prison as like a an outreach program kind of thing.
I did see that one.
So now he's not mic'd up when he's playing, and his trash talk, it's the kind of trash talk that would really piss me off. Because it's like, because it's not like, you suck. It's like, oh, hey, thanks for making that mistake. Like, so my man's like doing his move, and you move one way, and he's like, oh, thanks for that. Oh, by the way, here you go. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I'm like, dude, this guy, I would want to murder this dude.
Bro, if you hear, all right, so that's nothing compared to what Kevin Garnett did, bro. I'm gonna give you some stuff what Kevin Garnett did. So it was this basketball player that had he had alopecia, right?
Right.
You know, alopecia is when you don't have growing hair on your body.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Kevin Garnett was you can hear him say it. So Kevin Garnett was playing against him, and he was like, "Yo, if you don't get the fuck on my face looking like a cancer patient, bro."
Oh my God, that's dirty. That's so dirty.
Yo, man, Kevin Garnett he was that trash talk. Him and Gary Payton. But there was another one that had me tripping, though. This is the one that the internet went crazy over. So so Carmelo Anthony is married to Lala Anthony. Well, Lala Anthony, she's some actress or whatever, but it was crazy when they played Carmelo Anthony. Kevin Garnett went up to him. He said, "Lala pussy tastes like honey nut Cheerios." But and after that, bro, everybody on the internet had put like Kevin Garnett, honey nut Cheerio box and all that stuff on the internet. So that young was hilarious, bro. That's how terrible Kevin Garnett was, man. Dude. He was ruthless. He was ruthless.
Ruthless. Hey, I got a surprise caller right now. My buddy John heard what we're talking about, Johnny from New York, and he said that I don't know what I'm talking about, and he needs to pop in and clarify some stuff. He's got some examples of trash talking. He's like the king of it. So I'm gonna bring Johnny in, and he was on the show before. For any of you guys that are subscribed, we got about 17,000 subscribers, and by that I mean 3. And they are they are loyal. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let me pull this down. John.
Hey now. Yes, I'm whiter than ever. I live in upstate New York. Anyway, so first of all, Nick, you have no place talking about the professor. Let's be honest.
I'm just watching.
It's not your role. You have no like that's something that I would talk to Big T about, but you have no place ever understanding even who that guy is.
Well, by all means, sir.
I mean, you have a whole lot of gentlemen on that team. That team was amazing. That when straight up, right? Like 4x4, we're talking tractor trailer. I mean, come on, half man, half amazing.
Bro. Don't forget hot sauce, and before all that, skip to my loose.
Oh God.
Skip to my loose, man.
Nick, you remember him?
Of course I do. I use them on my NBA Streets team.
Yeah, you showed up in the city. You showed up in the city at Carson Green. Come on.
So Johnny, who do you think?
Yes.
T brought up Kevin Garnett. Who do you think is one of the best trash talkers in the NBA or in basketball in general ever? He brought up Barkley too. So you got You gotta move.
Well, no, I would say, the reason that I think, and to your credit, Kevin Garnett was good is that, Nick, I don't know if you know this, but like, even if a foul was called and the guy still tried to take the shot, like he would actually just block it to make sure it didn't go in. Like that's how devious he was. You know what I mean? Like there was a foul and it didn't count even if it went in, and he still blocked it. Trash talkers of all time, I have to go Larry Bird. And Michael, obviously Michael.
Larry Bird was a quiet trash talker.
Oh yeah, he just tell you.
That's the thing about Larry. He was on a quiet trash talker. He would talk all the shit on the court, but he won't be loud with it. He'll go up to your face, go into your ear and tell you what tell you, I'm about to make this shit. Better God,
when you have when you walk up to a coach and just say, "Are you going to get somebody to guard me tonight, or I'm just going to put 65 on this guy?"
I like that.
That's legit. Yeah, that's legit crazy. Or even when at the 3-point shooting contest with Larry Bird, when he just goes, "I'm making every one of these," and just didn't even take his warm-ups off and just walked off. But also Michael, I think Michael would have to be the best outside of Kobe, obviously, RIP. But like Mike, because I think with trash talking, there's a huge thing of like trying to use it, get in people's head. Gary Payton was great. But
there you go. Don't forget about Gary Payton, man.
Gary Payton, he was great. But the reason you do it is to get in somebody's head. But when it double times with you're going against one of the greatest of all time, that's where it breaks you. Like Gary Payton was an amazing trash talker, but also that's when it came down to when Michael Jordan said to Gary Payton, "Don't ever talk trash to Black Jesus." So, you know what I mean? Like there's different levels to trash talking.
Oh man, I remember that shit, bro.
He said literally, don't ever talk trash to Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, like or when Iverson stepped over Lou in the playoffs. Like there's different levels.
Oh yeah, man, that was beautiful. Oh, I forgot one more person who was a trash talker too and an enforcer. Bill Laimbeer.
Oh God, yeah. Well, that dude, he just fought people. That guy would just fight you.
Bill Laimbeer, man.
Bill
Laimbeer just played hockey.
Give me an example.
Bill Laimbeer from Detroit Pistons, the Bad Boys, and they went back-to-back titles in the late '80s, Nick. And then they had Rodman, Isaiah Thomas. He was their center, just this giant white dude that if you tried to go down the lane, he would just clothesline you, and then tell you it was your fault.
Yep. Who else was in it? Yeah, Joe Dumas, Bill Laimbeer.
They had a squad.
Isaiah,
Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, John Sally. John Sally. I mean, it was crazy. Like Michael admitted that he had to get stronger to deal with them. Like he had to start lifting weights because Laimbeer and Rodman were just clotheslining him.
Yeah, man. We saw just a documentary about the Jordan rules. You seen that?
Oh hell yeah! Yes, I've seen that. Of course. Which is what they called it though, right? That's why the conversation comes in is the Jordan rules, because they actually did change the rules of how you can defend a player. So now like people are talking, what do you think? All right, Big T, what do you think guys from that era could average right now in the playoffs? I mean, you got guys like Durant, and I mean obviously he's hurt right now, but guys like who can't get fouled. So like guys from that era could put like 50 on the board every day.
Man, I believe the scores, the NBA scores from if it was people who played back then playing now, and they don't get touched, bro. Right. I bet you every game would be up to 200. I'm serious, bro. Every basketball game at least be up to 200 points. Like
imagine you couldn't touch Shaq.
Everyone.
Like he could just do what he wanted.
Like he can break Will Chamberlain record.
Right. Like you can't touch him. So he can just destroy everything. Like he's wrecking backboards in 92 and he's 23 years old.
Bro. I was just trying to make it now. Just like it's NBA from now from back then, it's completely different, bro.
Oh, it's 100%. Well, now because the way they're changing the game, especially if you go with Houston and all those guys, like there's ideology, so to speak, is to shoot within 17 seconds of the clock. And then from a 3-pointer and then get it because 3-pointers obviously average more points. So they want to get up over almost 50 of those a game. Obviously, they haven't won a title because of it, but
50 attempts. They want to do 50
yes,
attempts.
correct. No, 50 attempts, yes. So their idea is to shoot. Their idea under Doug Whalen is to shoot over close to 50 attempt 3-pointers. And that way, if you average it out, they got to make at least half. Therefore, 3 points is more than 2 points. It's a terrible, in my opinion, it's a terrible idea, but
it's the old rule of sales, man. Like the more attempts, the more closes.
They shoot their shot, right?
You gotta shoot your shot, you know. You gotta shoot your shot, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what they're doing tonight? Watching the Lakers play.
I'm not. I gotta shoot
exactly.
They're watching AD dominate.
Welcome
to
the
Anthony
Monday
Davis, Nick.
Where we're talking.
That's
about
Anthony Davis. Oh,
that's
God,
the guy
with that hat. Yes, Nick, yeah. Ears in the unibrow. Yes, ears in the unibrow.
Bandale. It's my Rescue Rangers costume. It's October.
All month right now.
All month is Halloween.
What are you, a wannabe Bert Kreischer?
I am not. No, he's a wannabe Nick. He's a wannabe me.
He might be.
He would like to be a middle to above average real estate agent with $0 million. I don't know. And a podcast.
Right, we're rolling the dice here.
3 people like, and that's all we need.
Hey, there we go. We got 3 people liking this. That's fine.
Validation is a motherfucker. Anyway, so Big T, coming back to you, my man. This is a lot of basketball talk for me. This is not what I planned on.
I know you were a bit out of conversation there.
My fault, bro.
No,
I love it, bro. I love basketball, man. Basketball and football. That's what I grew up on.
That's why we call.
Here we go.
That's why
Who's your football squad, BT?
That's why we call it the Monday Night Mix Up, because you never know what we're going to talk about. It's just a couple of
Big T. Who's your football squad?
All right.
San Francisco 49ers. Been there for since I was a kid, bro. I know, bro.
I'm just gonna duck out.
So we got our ass beat last night.
Yeah, but you raped my team before that, so I'm a Giants fan.
I just want to say,
sorry
about that Super Bowl, buddy.
Oh man, please.
I've been a Chiefs fan since '93, bruh.
No, Nick, actually, you are literally probably the only Chiefs fan I know that has been that way since '93. I swear to God.
I'm not making it up. I'm not here for the clout.
I know you're not making it up. That's why I can verify that. I've known you since you were sperm. So, like, I think, yeah, you are the
weird way to put it, but
yeah. What do you want to do?
So Big T, like, here's a fun fact. We might have talked about this last time, but I was in a zone. Johnny's mom here is is she retired yet? I don't know.
No,
she was a nurse.
She's still out. She's still out there.
She was a nurse, and she actually was the nurse in my delivery room.
Yeah. Well, I think your mom was there too, right? Your mom and my mom worked together, didn't they? I think.
Well, that night.
Well, that's a weird way of putting it, but all right.
But no, my mother was not a nurse. My mother she did other things that were not legally lucrative. Let's just say that.
What is wrong with you?
Well, go back to 1983 and ask her. But the point of the story is that
anyway.
John very, very much literally was my nurse when I was born. John is 4 months
What?
younger
No,
than
2 months. What? 3 months? No. Yeah, 3 months.
I can't do math. January to April, so 3
whatever.
months. So his mother was
Yeah,
6.5 months pregnant when I was born, and she was in the room when I was born. So that's how far back we go. That's real. That's not a fucking story. So yeah. So when he can verify that I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm a Chiefs fan, baby. And I'll tell you why. Joe Montana.
No,
football.
yeah, for sure, without a doubt, man.
Right.
Yeah, that was a terrible game, by the way.
What, the Super
Horrible
Bowl?
Sega game.
Game, man. I love that
Horrible
game.
Sega game.
Genesis, Joe Montana football.
Really?
Yeah, I love that game, man.
Joe Montana when on Sega? Oh God.
Yeah, I love that game, bro. I play my favorite football games, bro. So I'm gonna go down the line. Tecmo Bowl,
Okay.
Super Tecmo Bowl,
Yes.
Madden 91. All right.
Ooh, 93.
NFL, no, NFL 2K.
Oh,
one,
that was fun.
and NFL 2K2. Them was my favorite football games. Oh, and I know it's not even a football game, but NFL
Blitz,
the league.
Yeah,
I love it.
Lawrence
Taylor on it.
Oh, John.
Yeah,
Oh, John.
Lawrence Taylor.
John loves the Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, literally. There's a giant picture in my bedroom. Like I'm a people say they're a Chiefs fan and they're a 49ers fan. Like I'm a Giants fan to the death. I've framed jerseys. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, to be honest, but
so Johnny, here's one of the reasons me and Big T are friends, because we have a lot of fun coincidences and stuff like what I'm about to say is going to resonate with him, and this is why I'm going to say it. One of the best things growing up in my childhood was going over to John's house, because not only is he a diehard New York Giants fan, but his brother is a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan, and his father, Big Mike, is a diehard Dallas fan. And now, when I say diehard Dallas fan, I would have to. They would be in the living room watching, and I would have to sit in the dining room.
Me and my brother were gonna fight the other day.
Dude, there would.
Do you realize he bought the house next door? Dick, did I tell you this? He bought the house next door.
They would throw ashtrays at each other when they were 9 years old. This is true. It's true.
Oh yeah. We take our football serious.
When
he'd do anything for me, but I swear to God, I thought we were gonna fight the other day.
His dad wouldn't talk to him when the Giants beat Dallas. His dad doesn't talk to him for 3 days. That's a fact.
Now it's more me not talking to them, but all right. It's pretty serious. We take our football serious.
So T, you're in Virginia, and you said you're a 49ers fan. Like, tell us that story. I got to hear this.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I just see, I'm back in the era with Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, football players.
Dude, Ronnie
like
Lott, yes.
Yes, man. When I first started them and stuff like, man, I was like, oh damn. I didn't like football at first. So my dad, he's a diehard damn Dallas Cowboy fan, bro. He a diehard.
Terrible people.
He's a diehard. And another thing, this is crazy too. My grandmother and my grandfather, right? My grandmother is a Redskins fanatic. My grandfather is a Dallas fanatic. Every time in that house, they'd be together upstairs all the time eating dinner and breakfast and stuff together. But when the game day comes, when their teams play against each other, my grandfather will go downstairs and watch television. My grandmother will be upstairs watching television. And the only thing you can hear if Dallas make a touchdown, my granddad would be downstairs. Yeah. My grandma would say, "Shut that goddamn shit up down there." And it say vice versa, man. That was funny.
So it's throughout the entire country.
Yeah, man. But me being a San Francisco fan, man, it just came down. I think when I was like
Well,
I didn't
want to cut you off, Big D, but I mean that puts you around like the age where they won like 4 or 5 Super Bowls, correct? We're talking Joe Montana, like you said, Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig, like John Taylor, that era. Okay. Yeah, that's a squad.
That's when football was
agreed. Like the well, the other day actually, somebody was talking about, there was just random New York Giants highlights coming up, and people are talking about that Lawrence Taylor actually ended Joe Montana's career, and it's like, well, he didn't know. It was actually Leonard Marshall who hit him in the 1990 playoff game, which was terrible hit, by the way.
Yep.
But people forget that kind of stuff. So I understand the era you're coming from, because that's actually when, like you said, football was football.
Yeah. And then look,
you could actually hit somebody.
Look, yeah, and then this crazy. I'm telling you this, and I used to laugh at this stuff all the time. Mostly football players was murderers. You got murderers on your team.
Well, you're talking to a guy whose favorite team is the U. So yeah, I'm well aware of that. It's like, yeah, I might be teammates with this guy, but he's got about 9 bodies on him.
Yep, bro. That's what back then. Shoot, you got people that used to beat the shit out of people in like ballroom fights.
Yeah,
but bro. That's when, and then you know who the tough people are because they got missing teeth, just like hockey players.
Yeah, yo. It's like, why is this guy's front's gone?
Bro, and then like I said, that was back then. That era was like great, bro. Even though it was a lot of concussions or whatever, they trying to be safe now, but back then that football era was phenomenal, bro. Was phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%. That's like you just said. It's like these guys would like actually play the game and then want to get in a fight afterwards. It's like, dude, I don't want to fight nobody. I'm tired.
So I was, and the crazy thing, man, I'm gonna tell you this too. I did not know how Deion Sanders played a key role in football, period, bro.
Wow. That's a great topic right there. Like my own father doesn't think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, dude, this guy shut down half a field.
What?
Yeah. That's how crazy my dad is. Yeah. But also I'm like, he shut down half a field. Like you couldn't throw over there.
So do you understand? Your dad
I understand.
San Francisco beat Dallas.
Correct, 93.
When they got when they had that. Then Jerry Jones went and got him
$35 million a year. Yeah, 7 for 35, I think it was.
So
when it got him and got a daggone and made a,
and then they won the Super Bowl the next year, right? Yeah,
yeah, and shut this Jerry Rice down.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. We got someone in the chat. I'm not trying to break it up, but this is interesting. Okay. We got someone in the chat that is peppering in here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Jeff O'Connell says,
"Oh, no, that's true. That's true, though."
He said Lawrence Taylor would send strippers and cocaine to the opponent's hotel the night before the game.
He sent it to his own hotel, Jeff. And then still get 7 socks. What do you want from me?
Woo! I think he's just trying to say that the 80s are wild, bro. Like the 80s and 90s.
I would say so too. Yeah.
No, but when he used to do that cheese there for real, like LT even in this documentary, he just say that.
No, yeah, he's written 2 books. He admitted it.
We're playing chess, not checkers, motherfuckers. We're playing chess. That's funny.
Like he showed up one time before they were playing. I think it was the Falcons. He showed up 7 minutes before the flight went off, high off his ass, cocaine, and had 6 sacks in the game.
Like, I mean, like, yeah, that's
literally 6 minutes before the flight left. No, I'm not glamorizing that. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying he did it.
That's how cocaine works.
Well, it's clearly an upper. Yeah, I mean, I'd say so.
You could do a lot. You could do a lot.
But also, that's also Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, well, he probably needed that to function. So
LT was a problem, bro.
He ate a glass bottle when he was in college in North Carolina, Nicholas. Literally ate a glass bottle.
I've seen those porns, I think. I don't know.
I don't think in 1981 North Carolina Lawrence Taylor you have.
Nor would I be interested.
Yeah, I don't want to be around that guy.
This is amazing. This is why it's the Monday Night Mix Up, because we had a plot. This is not the plot. We're talking fun sports stuff.
All right, what's your plot?
Oh no,
we're talking sports here.
No, I'm not diverting. Big T is engaged. You're engaged. I'm sitting here as a happy camper. I got my cigar and my wine. I'm like, I had a rough weekend.
Stupid hat. Is that what you're drinking? Are you drinking wine out of a straw?
Yeah. So this is. So let me just.
Let me fucking go ahead.
No, what I do is, I have what is called a oral fixation. So I go through about. I can tell you that. I go through about 4 liters of soda water a day. Like, no problem.
You can just call it seltzer, but all right.
Have you been out of upstate?
Have you been upstate that long, seltzer?
10 years now.
That's true.
This is how much soda or anything I drink. This is why if I drink beer, it takes me a 12-pack, because I'm just like running. So what I decided to do was, wine is delicious and better for you, so I cut it with soda water. So
God, drink wine and
it's a spritzer, motherfucker. It's on every menu across the United States.
Jesus Christ.
It's a little gay, okay? It's like what they drink.
Like, punch you in the face next time I see you.
It's like what they drink at the Broadway shows or whatever. But it's so I don't drink 75 bottles of wine and I only drink 35 bottles of wine.
Well, that's fair. At least you have your cap on it.
Hey, Jeff said they jump on the female menu.
Oh, okay. Jeff OC83 says on the female menu, maybe the guy that doesn't drink. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You're in Canada. Your opinion does not count. This guy. Jesus. No, but it really does though. It really does though. Please keep commenting and supporting the channel. But also, what the fuck?
But also, what the fuck?
No, this has been so much fun, man. We're running and gunning here. All right, let's keep it on topic. So we talked about football, we talked about basketball. Like, who on your guys' thing? Who's your favorite like assholes in baseball? I know there's a lot of them.
All right, well, I have to let. Well, first of all, Big T, who's your squad in baseball? Bro,
I have none. I don't have one anymore because all the people that I like, they already gone or dead. So I used to like the Minnesota Twins because I met Kirby Puckett. Like Kirby Puckett though. Huh?
That's fair.
No, you were gonna say something offensive. I want to hear what you're gonna say.
I want to know. I was close.
I was close. You saw my face, didn't you? I was close.
Oh, Kirby Puckett. Yeah, good choice. Yeah. Go ahead, Johnny.
I bet I met him when I was a kid, bro. I met Kirby Puckett when I was a kid. Also met what's his name, bro? I got an autograph for all of it too.
He must have been very memorable. I can't remember who the fuck it is.
He played for the Cardinals.
Somebody's signature on it.
What's the dude that I forgot his name? I got an autograph ball of him. He played for the Baltimore Orioles. I forgot his name. Baltimore Orioles.
If you're gonna say Cal Ripken, dude.
That's it. That's it.
Shut the
Cal
fuck
Ripken.
up.
Yeah, I got an autograph.
Ripken Jr. ball.
Yeah.
You have a Cal Ripken Jr. ball?
Yeah.
Go away.
Let me explain to you how okay. The reason why
And forgot about it.
I forgot about it. Even I know that. I know 19 baseball players total.
So the reason how I'm going to explain to you how I met these people. So Alex Cole Jr. is a baseball player. I forgot what year, but he's related to me. Alex Cole Jr. is related to me. He is my grandfather's nephew. When I used to go to a lot of baseball games with my grandfather took me to a lot of baseball games. I met all these people because my cousin, whatever, he played for these different teams. He played for the Colorado Rockies. He played for the Minnesota Twins. He played for the Baltimore Orioles. He played for the Florida Mariners. And I went to all these games and I met all these people at the time. So I didn't know who Cal Ripken Jr. was. I just knew he was a baseball guy. I had got my cousin had got me an autographed ball of him, and it's in storage now. But I have an autographed ball of Cal Ripken Jr. I have an autographed baseball card of Kirby Puckett. I just met these people. I was a kid, bro, and I just met all these people. It was just wild. My grandfather.
Right, it didn't matter really at the time, right?
Yeah. So I would go, like, when we go see my cousin, we would go down to the into the locker rooms after, and then I met some of these guys while they was in there, talking to the press and stuff. I met some of these guys. It was just weird. I was a kid, bro, so I didn't know what was going on. So I got these little memorabilia when me and my granddad used to go to these games. So I still got them. They in my storage.
Not that big.
Well, Nick, I don't know if I don't know if you got to do it, but like when the Albany County Yankees were here, like I met Jeter. I met I think we went together a couple times when we were like 9 years old. Like we met Jeter when they were just coming. They were only there for like 2 weeks. But yeah, they're in the Albany County Yankees. They were just there to do their farm league time, and then they came up. But yeah, Bernie Mitchell, all those guys. Yeah. And at the time, nobody knew who the hell it was. Same kind of story,
That's wild, dude. That's so wild. That's so wild. I remember like 93 was a formative year for me because, as you know, that's when the baseball strike was. So before that, me and John, I mean, we used to, remember we had a side hustle. You're gonna love this, T. So I collected only Mets.
Can this be said on air?
I mean, we definitely lied.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
But I collected. I had a whole binder. It was all the Mets players: Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooding. That was my thing. I had all them guys. My grandfather. When we grew up, we lived 45 minutes, an hour from where we lived to Cooperstown. So we can just go to the Hall of Fame whenever. My grandfather, as a kid, would take me and we'd go and see the All-Star games and the what would they call them? The Hall of Fame game. So
the Hall of Fame game, it's played there.
Yeah, so like we would just go down there. It wasn't a big deal. So before, like when we were 9, 10, 11 years old, we all had paper routes and we were like, oh, let's figure out a way to make some money to buy new cards. So me and Johnny would sit in front of his house, and what we would do is we knew what all the cards were worth. So we would take a bunch of fucking shit cards, and we'd take one card that was worth like $5 maybe, and we'd wrap them in aluminum foil, and then we put them in a basket, and we'd have like 100 of those packs, and we would sell them like 3 for $10 or something. I don't remember what it was, but we were definitely making money on it. And then we would have a sign that said OJ Simpson. I think it was that. It was about that time. OJ Simpson rookie card, $30. So
yeah.
So like these old dudes, we'll probably our age at the time, but
right
at
now,
the time, old to us, they would pull over and be like, "Yo, you guys really have an OJ rookie card?" No, but if you want this grab bag, they're 3 for $10.
But let me sell you on this.
Yo, we got like $80. We made like, I remember this day, dude. It's one of the best memories of my life. We made like $80 together, and we went and bought like a box of Fleer 94, and we just sat there like, yeah, how do we do that?
Just better money on that shit.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Reinvesting. And then they went on strike, and I said, fuck baseball. I'm going to be a Kansas City Chief.
We got Joe Montana.
Listen, the reason I'm a Chiefs fan is because I played Joe Montana football, and I just used I used San Francisco because I didn't know what a fucking dime and a nickel defense was. So I just said, "Hey, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice."
You still don't.
I know what it is. A nickel is when you're running, and a dime is when they're passing. And now it doesn't matter because you can't touch a motherfucker when you're fucking running.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter anymore. So, but that's why I'm a teacher.
Anyway, so Big T point of sports games, Nick. What's your top 5 that
sports games
put out there? Because he put out a lot of football. Well, he put out a lot of football. What's your? I know you may have a different opinion. So, or what we consider sports. I mean, I don't consider skateboarding a sport, but you might.
So wait, you guys, all right, you guys need to go first then, because you have obviously, or do you want me to go first?
No, he already did. No, he already did.
I got more. I got more.
Already did.
I got other sports games.
I said he's got more.
Oh, please break them down. Break them down.
My favorite sports games. The one game that I've always loved was that NHL game on Nintendo when you got to pick the skinny guy, the middle.
I love NHL
guy
93.
No, it was before that.
That's good.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, what?
Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe Jeff does. Maybe Jeff can pop in.
Hold up, but Nintendo?
It was like the first.
Get him on. I don't care.
No, he can comment. He's listening on Twitch. It was.
I'm not looking at you on Twitch. I didn't look. Okay, people are commenting. All right.
We're on all comments.
Go ahead.
We're on everything. We're like big deal over here. No, there's a hockey game. Dude, there was no real teams. There was like 8 fake teams, and you could pick 3 characters, and it was a really skinny guy that was fast, a middle guy that was balanced, or a fat dude that could knock everyone the fuck out, slow as fuck. And you built your team, and it was the first.
Sounds like my childhood.
Well, I was the skinny guy, and you were the big guy, and then everyone else was in the middle. So.
Look at that. We had a crew.
So, okay. Then, since I can't remember the name, we won't count that. Favorite sports games. I would want to say the most influential one to me was Joe Montana football, the first one, 91 or 2.
I want to slap you on your stupid shirt.
Okay. I got a reason. I got a reason because it was the first. Listen, it was pre-Madden. There wasn't a Madden.
All right.
And it was post Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl was on the older systems when Sega Genesis came out.
Yeah.
The first football game they released was Joe Montana football, and it was fucking dope.
Yep.
So that I loved that and that series. And then Madden came out and it changed.
Maybe I hate it because I've been good at it. I don't know.
Well, I got good at it because I just threw it to Jerry Rice. Then Madden came out and you had to actually know how to play football. So that kind of screwed me up. What other sports game? NBA Street is probably my favorite.
Well, sports across the board.
I'm telling you, NBA Street is probably my favorite sports game of all time. So
this is how we come all the way back to the professor.
Well, it was fun. It was like NBA Jam on steroids. So there's that. Let's see. I don't know, man. There's not like I'm not into sports, so you're asking the wrong guy. Like, I don't know, fucking NWO versus WCW on N64. I classify
that works for me. That was one of my favorite games, dude.
Bro,
forget about it.
My favorite one was Revenge.
100%.
Yeah, but it
Revenge, NWO.
How about?
Yeah, but see what you got to understand is that the one I said, the one you said is like the upgraded version of what I said. That's like saying like Perfect Dark is my favorite over GoldenEye. Like Perfect Dark was obviously GoldenEye with like much more shit.
Yeah,
But yes,
steroids.
but you're not wrong. But you're not wrong because I love that game too. But I don't know, man. Like after, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like weird shit. I like that one baseball game where they had the fucking mines in the outfield. Like you hit the ball out there and the guy would run out and he'd blow up. But I don't care about. I'm just not into sports. I'm sorry.
Do you remember a football game that's a Sega Genesis? It was like,
I know where he's going.
It was
interception.
Monsters was playing. It was Monsters playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And the dude he was playing for the Raiders. It was some team, and his name was Bones Jones. It was supposed to be Bo Jackson. Supposed to be Bo Jackson, but it was Bones Jackson. That's what it was.
Bones Jackson.
Everybody had like a different crazy name, but scratch that though. But the best
Mutant Football League.
Ever,
I remember that.
That's it. That's
what I was talking. Yes,
I played that at John's house. He had.
I knew where he was going with this. Yeah.
Johnny had that. Johnny had that game. I didn't have it. We played it at his house. I remember that.
It was a terrible game. But interception. The guy's like cutting some people's heads off.
The best part of that game, you don't get hurt, you get killed. That's the best part of the game.
Yeah. Like the guy's dead. Right.
Your guy dead. You can't play no more. You can't play with him no more.
I'm 8 years old playing this game going, that guy just died.
I'll tell you. All right. I figured out an actual answer. I really my favorite sports game ever was the NFL game on Sega CD, I think it was. No. There was an NFL game on like Sega CD, I think it was, or Sega 64. Like not the
not was on Dreamcast.
Maybe it was on Dreamcast. Yes, it was on Dreamcast. I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up. That was my Dreamcast. That was so good.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna tell you the best sports game ever. Have y'all ever played? Let me ask you this first of all. Wherever y'all lived at, did y'all have an arcade?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, did y'all go to, what was the name of your arcade when you went to?
Nick, you're gonna have to handle that one.
Latham Mall.
We had a couple, yeah. Like,
okay.
Coins.
So
what's called?
Down here in Virginia,
Blitz.
We had in Richmond. We had this place called Putt Putt Golf and Game.
Okay.
Right. It's this one game that I still would love to play to this day. Me and my best friend Damien used to play this game all the time. When we got the emulators, we were trying our best to put it on our computers and stuff. The game is called Run and Gun 2. If you ever look at it, look it up on your own computer. It's called Run and Gun 2. It's a basketball game. One of the best basketball games ever. It was no real teams, but it had like, you know, they always have a team, but it has mimic players on there.
Uh-huh.
But if you ever look it up, bro, Run and Gun 2, one of the best basketball games ever.
Yeah, that's the one that kind of looked like Street Fighter or something, right?
So like Street Fighter.
Like the animation, gun. Like the animation of it. It looked like a.
Oh yeah.
No, oh yeah, I found it. Hold on, I'm gonna put up a picture of it. So what was so good about this?
What was so good?
Yeah,
do you remember?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Do you remember? I don't know if you didn't watch basketball like that, but the year that J.R. Ryder did the East Bay Funk. Do you know what the East Bay Funk is? No. Okay, I'll explain. So,
I'm waiting.
So it's when you jump in the air and you put the ball between your legs and you dunk the ball.
Okay.
It's called the East Bay Funk. So
This looks like a very racist game.
Huh?
So this looks like a very racist game. Everybody on the court looks like Brock Lesnar.
But the game is so nice, bro. That if you look at somebody play it, the mechanics of the game is the best. I pump my quarters into it every time I went to the arcade. But it's one of the best basketball games ever, bro.
Well, now that I see the picture of it, I remember it. I
yes, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm on it.
But also, Nick, like you said, I think you called it when you said they actually do look like guys from Street Fighter, though.
Yeah, it's like the same animation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So. Like that guy's got some traps like Guile.
Hadouken. 3-pointer. Hadouken. Oh, yeah.
Hadouken.
I kind of like. I remember this. I want to play this game now. We need to figure this out.
I want to play it right now, actually. Nick, what's the link to our Twitch?
So the link to everything is Rewind That Radio.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, if it's a hash, if it's slash or backslash, to Rewind That Radio. On Twitch, unfortunately, Twitch just lets you stream. They don't let you save stuff yet, I guess.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
I got it.
So we're streaming on there. All the episodes. Great segue, John, by the way. It's like you've been doing this for a long time.
Hey, I just do what I do, right?
So let me pull this back. Okay, so we're obviously streaming on the Facebook. I think we're on Periscope.
We're streaming on Facebook right now.
As far as we're on the Let's Rewind That page. We're on the Dale Nichols page, which is my nom de plume, and then we're also on YouTube, and we stream on all of those, and then every episode saves on YouTube. So if someone didn't catch it and you want them to check it out, they can jump on YouTube. It'll be there. Yep. And you know what? In the next week or two, or I should just say in some amount of time, that's soon, I've submitted to Apple and Spotify and all the major channels so they get the audio, and we're just waiting for approval on that. So, rewind that.
Apple's a son of a bitch.
Well, not really. I've gotten approved on them before, so fuck them.
All right.
So that's what we're doing, man. We're trying to just put it out there. We're trying to put up content. We got the Monday Night Mix Up every week. Me and Big T jump on, and we always bring on guests. John, you've been on. We did it on Sundays. Now we're doing Mondays just to kind of get away from Sunday Night Football. And so we're doing it early so then people can watch their Monday.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then we got a couple other shows going on. We got new stuff coming up. We got a couple other contributors that are going to be popping up. So it's exciting, man. Like, this is something I know me and T have talked about for a year. Probably that long. And then something me and John talk about the podcasts that go out, I don't know, every day for like the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's more my fault. That's more my fault.
No, but that's all good. So John,
it's all good, bro.
John's an expert in a lot of things, and one of them is obviously
expert in nothing.
Sports. Oh, he's a high level. He's a high level. I don't know.
Careful with your words. Yeah. Anyway,
you're a Renaissance man.
Let me breathe, and I will say, John he's the best guy you want to have on your team in trivia, which makes him great at podcasting. That's all I got. I don't know. You don't want me to wax
pretty good. That's actually pretty good wording right there.
So he knows a little about a lot.
Yeah, it's fair.
So sports, martial arts, MMA, movies, like pop culture, you name it, John's on top of that shit. Me, not so much, but whatever. I pretend. I got the equipment, so fuck everybody. And then and Big T.
That's just me.
And Big T is
me.
Big T is an actual successful artist. when it comes to audio, video, like he's a master interviewer. He's in the community. Like he's got this whole other spectrum of talent that I don't have. So that's why it works. You know what I'm saying? This was actually probably my favorite episode we've done. This is maybe our 5th or 6th or 7th.
Oh, we're done?
No, I mean
6.
I mean we're over an hour, so
yeah. We usually do an hour show.
Yeah, so we're yeah.
So we've done this. Maybe our 5th or 6th or so. We're done.
No, you can come back on again, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have John order a camera. Sucker. So yeah, no, this is our 5th or 6th episode, and I gotta be honest, this is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite episodes.
So what were your topics?
Oh, we were going to talk.
What were your topics going into this?
We were going to talk a lot about specifically.
I didn't mean to hijack. Oh.
Well, I mean, I can answer if you let me.
We can hold that stuff for next week, bro.
Yeah, we'll just preview next week, I guess. We're gonna talk a little bit about the casting of Jamie Foxx as Electro again. We're gonna talk about the guy. What's the name of the show? I can't remember the fucking name.
Lovecraft Country.
The guy from Lovecraft Country being cast as Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Universe, and we're gonna talk about like the implications of bringing in all the old movies, but also like bringing this new time travel, these new multi-dimensions. So you're going from a Marvel Universe kind of thing where it's very straight laced. It's Captain America, and then 80 years later he's alive, and then Tony Stark, and then 10 years later it's Endgame, and then Thor 10 years later it's Endgame, and now it's expanding. And I know John's favorite character is Silver Surfer, so
yeah,
we wanted to talk about that kind of stuff, like where you
like
bring in
Power
all
Cosmic, bring in Galactus.
Right, you're bringing
it
because they Marvel signed the Fox deal and they got all the characters back. Now you have a whole X-Men world, you have a whole Fantastic. So we wanted to talk about like the newest castings, and I love that we talked about sports the whole time. I'll be honest with you. That's why we call it the mix.
I didn't mean to jack the podcast, dude. I'm sorry.
That's all good, man. It's just what I call the mix up, man. We talk about multiple stuff, man.
No, the whole premise, just so everyone knows who's tuning in or who will tune in the future, when me and Terrell talked about doing this, it's because we would play on Xbox and we bullshit. And I'm like, oh, you're into that? I'm into that. You're into that? I'm into that. You're into that. And then it would turn into like we'd get off the Xbox and we'd be on the phone talking about stuff for like 2 hours. I'm like, why don't we just
that makes sense.
Let's just record it. So yeah, we have an outline, but we also don't care about the outline because who the fuck cares about the outline? No one cares. Like that's why we're doing it live. Like if we care about the outline,
I have no problem going live. You know that.
Heard. But that's why we're doing it live. Like if we wanted to stick to a structure, we'd record it and edit it, and we can do that. That's what T does for a living. We can do that. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it open and fun.
That's the Brennan Shop shit.
And then we have people in the chat room and we respond to them. I'm just gonna skip over that. And then
what did it say?
Whatever you just said, I just skip over it. So that's what makes it fun, is we're just here kicking it. We're hanging out, we're talking. We obviously all know we're talking about with certain things, and it's fun. So if people want to listen, cool. If not,
yeah, whatever.
It's recorded. Listen to it next year when you give a shit. I don't know. Terrell, what you got as your final goodbyes?
Well, all I'm going to say is everybody follow your dreams. I know I say this a lot. Follow your dreams, and don't forget to follow your dreams. Everything you do is for a reason. If you want to do something, go for it. I don't care how old you are. Just go for it and follow your dreams. Don't ever let don't let anyone discourage you.
Well, why do you say that though? Like,
why do I say that?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out here that don't follow their dreams. They just give up because there's a lot of other people who don't follow their dreams destroy other people from following their dreams. So misery loves company. So,
amen.
Like almost like a crabs in a bucket syndrome.
Yeah, bro, and that shit is pitiful because there's a lot of people who have great ideas and great concepts for certain things, and a lot of people will put them down. Like, why would you go do that? Don't do that. That ain't gonna make you no money. But it makes you happy, and sooner or later, that making you happy can make you money later on. So that's why I always preach that, man. I preach that now because I'm just a product of it. That's all.
Mm-hmm. So I think John could actually probably say something about this because John's actually a high level jiu-jitsu practitioner, and
let's be careful about how much praise you give me there.
Well, I'm allowed to because me and T have zero knowledge, but what you do with that is like your ability has nothing to do with the point. The point is you set out for a goal and you're working on the goal. So,
okay.
I mean, in that vein, like the floor is yours. Say something for the people.
It's almost actually to the same point as Big T would just said, like whatever, if you just said like your goal, whatever it is, I mean, anything in life, I think a lot of times if you just keep showing up, they can't beat you. You may lose every day, but eventually if you keep showing up, a lot of people won't, and you just eventually, over the top of, just their sheer, I would say, I don't want to say, what do I want to say? The sheer of them not showing up. Like you just keep showing up and they don't. So eventually it doesn't matter. It's more your will to win anything. Your will against theirs. I know it's a cheeky response to things, but if you keep going and they don't, you get better.
Amen, dude.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes
if that makes sense.
T, what you think? You think that makes sense?
It makes sense.
So I guess I'll just end it with this. Like I got my stupid hat. Listen,
your stupid hat. I'm sorry, I had to laugh.
My two friends here are talking about following your dreams, and all I want to do is wear a hat today. They're just giving me shit about it. But that's how you know you got good friends, is that they realize you're being stupid and you're just messing around. So
right. Yeah.
As a final thought, I guess, is I mean, the two guys on the show tonight are, to me, I look up to them. I know they don't believe that because I'm an arrogant, egotistical, full of my own hubris guy. But
what the hell am I?
Well, I don't know. You don't look up to me, that's for sure. So, but I've just, through knowing them, I'm better, and I think this episode has been phenomenal. Like, this is probably the best episode we've done, just because we were able to talk about stuff that I don't know about, and it still was pertinent and smart and well thought out and funny. Like I had a good time watching it, and I'm sitting here talking. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. so to what they both
glad
said,
we entertained you.
Yeah, you know what? That's what we pay for. So to what they say, yeah, you know what? Sometimes, and I talked to T about this before we got on the podcast, is sometimes you don't realize the stuff, your accomplishments. You don't realize your accomplishments. And you've been working for them for months, years, days, weeks, whatever it is. And you get to a point and you just don't get it. You're still like, maybe I'm talking about myself, but you get to a point and you're like, what have I done? But then you have people that come and be like, wow, like you've done all this. Like it's so impressive. And like what John has done with his martial arts and his personal life, and what T has done
Oh God!
with his. Shut up! I'm talking. This is my time. I'm gonna mute you real quick. And what T has done with his business as far as editing video and audio and filming and stuff. It's like they don't realize how far they've come and where they're at. And I think that everyone needs to take a step back and take a second and breathe and just realize, like, if you're on the path, you're there. You just have to keep walking. Like Johnny said, move the dirt, like day by day, step by step, do it. And you're there. So I don't know why we got all preachy. It's probably my fault, but it's a good way to end it. Let's be positive. So let's, until next Monday or sometime this week, because we're going to do 100 shows if you guys give a shit. Here we are. Yes, I am so inspiring. Thank you so much.
Well, that's John Wellborn, not me.
I know. I was just joking around. All right, everybody. Good night. We're going to
once again, I appreciate everybody coming out and watching the show again. I really do appreciate all of y'all members or whoever signed up or whoever subscribed. I appreciate you. Tell people, if you can, tell people about our show so we can get more people come in and watch us so we can get more content. We have better content, more content for all of y'all.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Let's hit the theme music. What do you say? We paid for it, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Rick Rewind That Radio. Rewind That Radio. You were listening to Rewind That Radio. You were listening to Rewind That Radio.